Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. So, as we said, it's exam season and I've been sharing a few tips with you guys, and many of you guys have signed up to the 4-part webinar series, How to Smash Your Exams, the Muslim Student's Guide. Now, I've been giving you guys a bit of tasters in these previous videos about the kind of things I'm going to be discussing. Today, I'm actually going to share something with you that I wasn't going to previously share. It was going to be exclusive to the webinar itself, but many of you may not get the chance to sign up, or some of you still want to get a bit of a taste of the kind of things we're going to discuss. So right about now, I'm going to share something that is actually part of the main course material. And that is, and we're actually going to go into this in a bit more depth, inshallah, but this is just kind of an overview of sleeping patterns, okay? So many of us, one of our biggest problems is time management. And one of the biggest problems of time management is not being able to master your sleep. My brothers and sisters, if you master your sleep, then you're on your road to having to being able to, have a very good time management regime. And you'll get so much work done. And we're going to spend so much time talking about this kind of stuff, inshallah. But I want to show you in a very simple way and a very, concise way how to master your sleep. Now, we've been told that, conventionally speaking, people should sleep from 6 to 8 hours a day. Now, I'm going to stand here and tell you that's actually quite unproductive. You don't need to sleep 7 to 8 hours a day, 6 to 8 hours a day. What you need to do is you need to sleep in what we call sleep cycles. And this right here is an example of a sleep cycle. Don't worry, I'll explain the diagram to you. Now, the way it works is this. Have you ever sometimes woken up where you feel like there's an elephant on your chest and you're like, I don't want to wake up right now, and you go back to sleep and you keep hitting that snooze button, and you may have slept 7, 8 hours, maybe even 9 hours, but you're finding it so difficult to wake up? The reason for that is because what you've woken up at this point right here, right in the middle of your sleep cycle. This is known as deep sleep. Now, have you ever woken up at times where you just get up like you're just, like you're just turning a piece of paper over, like you're flipping a page over in a book? So smoothly, you just wake up and get out of bed. See, what you've done there is you've woken up at the end of your sleep cycle. And that's what you want to aim to do every time. You want to aim to wake up on the end of your sleep cycle. If you wake up in the middle of your sleep cycle, no matter how many hours in the day you slept, you're going to be very tired and you're going to want to go back to sleep. And, maybe you halfway through the day, you're going to be unproductive and you're going to want to find some time to just go to sleep, right? Now, the way that I schedule my days out usually, right, is that I sleep in sleep cycles, 4 sleep cycles. So I sleep on approximately 4.5 hours every night. And then I wake up, okay, just before Fajr. And then in the afternoon, I'll have another sleep cycle. And that will be another hour and a half, right after Dhuhr between Asr. And on average, that's like my ideal day. It doesn't always go like that. But what I aim to do is I aim to make sure I sleep in sleep cycles. And when I do that, it's so smooth, right? Because imagine, I'm not sleeping 6 to 7, 8 hours. And my body doesn't really need that much more sleep. It doesn't actually need it. Ultimately, I'm giving myself 6 hours of sleep in a day, but I'm making sure that it's done in a very smart way. It's what I like to call smart sleep, right? Not deep sleep, smart sleep. Now, at the same time, right, there may be times where you work very hard and you're totally exhausted. There's something that I want to share with you that comes in very beneficial, and that is what we call power naps, right? And a power nap is basically right here. You see I've got an arrow pointing down. When you go past this stage, that's when you go into deep sleep. A power nap is something that you take for an amount of time that is never longer than this. You never want to go past this line. You want to make sure that you wake up always before you venture into that deep sleep kind of region. And it's approximately about 20 minutes, right? Don't worry, I'm going to show you I'm going to tell you how long each sleep cycle is at the end, so don't worry, be patient with me. But approximately 20 minutes of sleep is what an adequate power nap is. And wallahi, I cannot explain to you, power naps are so beneficial, man. They're so powerful. Like, I actually took a power nap in my exam once. It was 5 minutes, right? I took 2 power naps in my exam because I was working all night and I was just going through my work. And the way that I did it was, right, because obviously I can't bring an alarm and a phone in the exam. So I had my pen in my hand. So I'm doing the exam, so I just fall asleep, right? Like this. And my hand's like this. Now when my hand opens up, and the pen falls and goes, and I hear it on the table, right? When I hear the pen fall on the table, automatically it wakes me up. And that was approximately 5 minutes each time. It would take me 5 minutes to fall into sleep and for that pen to fall down. And that is all I needed to just get this quick energy boost in the middle of my exam. I don't necessarily recommend you will do that unless you've mastered it, right? Like you know how the sleep cycles work and that. But it works, okay? And it's more productive to do it before the exam. Okay, that's forgiven. Now, how long is a sleep cycle on average? Oh, just by the way, a disclaimer, you never want to take a power nap when you're totally shattered, okay? That's not the time to take a power nap. That's the time for you to say, you know, let me take a step back and let me engage in a few sleep cycles. Make it economical, don't sleep for 6, 7, 8 hours, maybe 3 hours, maybe even 1 hour and a half, maybe just one sleep cycle, right? But yeah, you take these naps when you're not totally shattered, maybe in the middle of the day. Now, how long is a sleep cycle? On average, a sleep cycle is 1 hour and 30 minutes. For everyone, it differs slightly, okay? Your sleep cycle might be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes before. Usually, it's 4 or 5 minutes before or after. For some of you, your sleep cycle might be 1 hour and 35 minutes. Some of you, maybe 1 hour and 25 minutes. If you're like kind of freaks, then maybe your sleep cycle is 2 hours. That was a joke, right? So what you do is during the day, you take a nap. And you set the alarm to wake you up in 1 hour and a half. Now, I want you to write down how you feel when you wake up. Do you feel real smooth or do you feel a bit tired? And then if you feel a bit tired, then maybe, add another 5 minutes of sleep. If that doesn't work, okay, maybe take away another 5 minutes. And keep taking these naps over a period of 2-3 days until you get it as precise and accurate as you possibly can. Of course, you may not get it perfectly accurate, but on average, it's about 1 hour and 30 minutes. And there you have it, inshallah. If you can master this, you've mastered so much of your life. I'm being serious to you, right? And that means not only can you wake up in the morning and get your revision done, but you can actually go about your day and have some fun as well. I mean, go out and play football if you want. I don't advise it because I hate football. I mean, if I would rather, play some cricket or something like that. And sisters, do whatever you do. Some of you guys play football as well, mashallah, right? Segregated, of course. Do your thing. So that's it, right? This just a taste of some of the material that we'll be covering, inshallah. I leave you with that. Make sure that you click the like button, share the video, and below is the link to sign up to the 4-part program, which starts in the first week of April, inshallah. We're just around the corner from it, to be exact. Only 100 spaces. And just to give you guys a reminder, I know I keep mentioning this, but I don't want you guys to miss out, right? Just this new year that's just started, I did this webinar series, and it was only one webinar, and we had 600 attendees. 600 attendees, that's crazy. And now I've filtered it only down to 100. Why? Because I only want those who are serious to be part of this program. And for me, inshallah, I'm confident that will happen. It's all about quality, not quantity, but you want to make sure you're part of that quality process and you don't miss out. So make sure you sign up, and I'll leave you with that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.